Morning, everybody. Today we're going to go over what I've done with the Mac Mini. So let me log in here. You type the password, right? And as you can see, it's thinking. So last you saw the video that I did with the Mac Mini and had ESX version 6.0 update 2 installed. So this is where I've kind of taken it. Let's go over here to the home, which we're already there. So let me go back over to inventory and click on summary. And here's not what I wanted. Here's what I wanted. So this is still a work in progress, so it's expanding more and more. So what you see here is I have vCenter, and this is the web client. So I have 2 hosts now. So we have 129 and 95, this address here. So here's a summary of the first host, and as you can see over here, this is a 2010 Mac Mini with the DVD drive. So a lot of reports out there that it cannot be upgraded to 16 gig of memory. Only the 2011s and 2012s can be upgraded. That is not correct. So as you can see, I have 16 gig of memory here. You just have to go and search for the 1066 megahertz OWC, little plug for them. How's the memory? You can go to macsales.com or the Mac forums and see which memory works with it. So as you can see, I purchased 16 gig of memory. It's 2 8 gig DIMMs, and this other one here, haven't purchased anything yet, so I'm living with the 8 gig memory. And as you can see, I have, here's my machines that I have, my Windows, vCenter, Red Hat Call Manager. I turned off. I was doing something. I think I may have broken it, but I'll fix it. ASAV, 2 different ones, one running, one not. Here's what I've been working on right now. Here's the cluster. You see there's a red exclamation point through it right now. So what I am doing right now is I've done it on the second unit. I have to repartition and reformat the first one to get it to work. So what you'll see here is on this host right here, I have a disk group and I'm building a vSAN. So let's go over to manage, general, and you can see it's pretty peppy. I have a add disk storage, turn it to manual, disk management, and I have a disk group set up, and this is local ATA. Converted it over to a flash disk. As you can see, ATA equals flash. Doesn't quite make sense, but you're able to switch it over to a flash disk, and when you click on the disk, and as you can see in the disk management, and then I have a USB disk, USB flash storage, flash disk, whatever anybody wants to call it, 256 gig. Partition that out, and I've actually installed it on a 16 gig flash drive. Sorry, so VMware's installed on a 16 gig flash drive on the Mac Mini, the 8 gig Mac Mini, and then I have 256 gig USB flash disk for the 256 gig for the physical disk. This is called the capacity disk, and then using the internal, you can only use the internal, either an SSD or an ATA, and convert it to flash as the cache. It only uses a portion of it, so and then you create the disk group, and then you come over here and you can see it's hemming and hawing about what it seems to be having a problem with. But you can see there's storage. I have 0 because it doesn't see anything. And then you can go over here to manage, and here's the disks that are in there. So here's the 16 gig attached. There's 256 and a 300 gig hard disk. So as you can see right here, here's flash, and then you come right up over to here. Right now it says HDD, marks it as an HDD, and you switch it over to flash. It'll pop up a warning message. It doesn't really do much. It's probably not meant for production, so you don't want to convert your hard disk to flash, but you kind of get the point. And let's go back over here to summary, and as you can see, it's not showing any storage. This is what I'm working on, trying to get this ironed out, and I just need to get more memory and then get the other groups set up, and then I'll have the vSAN set up, and then we'll get things moving. But the memory itself is about $100 for the 2.8 gig DIMMs. So once again, I've purchased the memory for the first one. Wasn't sure if it was going to really work or not. Was pleasantly surprised that it did work. And you can see this is the capacity on the internal storage. So once I get the vSAN working on the other disk, I can copy my machines over. ASAs I'll just toss. The call manager I'd like to get moved over, and my Windows and vCenter and Red Hat I'd like to get moved over, so it may take a little while. Or I can, hey, maybe I'll get another Mac Mini and install OpenFiler or some sort of SAN on it and use it that way. So hope you enjoyed this. Once again, a work in progress. The Mac Mini Virtual Lab vSAN for centralized storage. Maybe it's another Mac Mini for some other storage, and see what else I can get working with this thing. Running vCenter, as you can see, vCenter, all my other servers, and then we got, let's go back over here to summary. DRS turned off, HA turned off. Not really concerned about that at the moment, but as you can see, here's total memory of my cluster. Uses 18 gig. I have 23, so 16 plus 8, about 24 gig. Storage, it's only seen the first disk, doesn't see the second, and things are chugging away. I haven't built the other network, so what I'm going to also do is build the vSAN network, which I need to get some Thunderbolt to network adapters. It takes a little while, a little bit of a cost, but all this with Mac Mini is the Mac Mini processing power, and the memory is very fast. So as you can see, everything is just moving along, and this is the vCenter running on one of the Mac Minis, and this is a 2010 Mac Mini. So as you can see, it's actually very responsive. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one.